We want you all to become experts on explaining this to people because I feel like it really prevents us from getting in situations like this. I'm just going to look at 25 GLSs that are available on ground with no criterion. It caps out at 2,000. There are at least 2,000 out there available for sale. And now we're just going to add little things one by one. So let's start with the head-up display because that's not as common as you might think. Now we're down to 1,018 vehicles. Now let's do running boards. It used to be that every GLS had running boards. It was a no-brainer. And now what I've noticed is that a lot of them, when they get allocated, don't have running boards, and a lot of dealers are forgetting to go in and add them. So that takes us down to 427. So think about that. More than half of the GLSs that have heads-up display don't have running boards. And I guarantee you that that is oversight and not on purpose. Now we're down to 427. Now we're going to add in the power sunshades. I put those on every GLS, but a lot of dealers don't. Now we're down to 143.
Heated rear seats?
Right, so we just lopped off 75% of what was left. Now we're going to go to heated rear seats, now to 122. So fortunately, most of those cars had the heated rear seats. Let's do 5-zone climate, right? Because she's all about rear seat comfort for her grandkids, which is understandable. Now we're down to 92. So the list is getting whittled down a lot more slowly now. Was there anything else that was on that?
AMG line.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Got to have AMG line, of course, which you know me, I love. So now we're down to 80. And I'm going to do one more thing here. Just, I don't know that it'll make a big difference, but my guess is that she would not want 22-inch wheels and summer tires, right? Is that fair to say?
Yep.
So now we're down to 59. So just looking at cars in the country that have the options that she wants before we even get down to color and interior are 59.
Right.
And she said no white.
No white, and no red.
Okay, no white and no red. So now let's figure out how many of these are white and or red out of the 59. Remember that number. So that's 20. So that leaves us 39 cars in the country to choose from, but she also has interior constraints. She won't do a light interior, right?
Just macchiato. I think Catalana would be fine.
So 11 of those cars have light interior. So basically you can see that we've gone from over 2,000 cars down to mid-20s is what we have to choose from. And a lot of them are black on black. She said that maybe black on black is not
she would do it.
The preference.
She would do it.
And there's also a lot of Alpine Gray, which I don't know if she's into that or not.
They didn't love it, of course, but...
Right, so it just gets really tough. The viable options that I see Alpine Gray, I see Cirrus Silver. Here's another Twilight car. Let me reach out to this one that's in Massachusetts and see. The big takeaway from this is that when you've got somebody that has very specific options that they want, before we even get into color, every option that you add is going to eliminate more and more cars. So it's like the more complicated it gets, the less we have to choose from. And it's the same with colors. So if people aren't willing to be flexible on certain things, I would start the process with, are you open to a custom build? If they keep coming back to saying, I'd really like to do something now, that's how you have the ability to have the conversation that if you want to do it now, then we need to be more flexible. Just have to be. Because you're painting the picture to them that I can get you exactly what you want. That's not an issue, but you have to build it that way. That's just the way this brand is. If you want it now, you can't tell me that you want 15 different specific options and your ideal color combination because it probably doesn't exist. So let me reach out on this one. In the meantime, will you ask her about the possibility of Cirrus Silver? Because that's a very different color than Alpine Gray. Like, that's a metallic. She might like that a little bit more because she has Mojave now.
I think I showed it to her up front, and so I think she would do that. I'll confirm it with her. So you potentially found a Cirrus Silver one and a blue one?
There's a blue one with Catalana. Either this car was previously tagged with customer information and it isn't anymore, or we just didn't see it for some reason. I'm just wondering why. I'm worried that maybe it's missing something that I'm forgetting, but